force which makes the rocket move in the forward direction. Law of conservation of momentum. Suppose an object A has mass m1 and its initial velocity is u1. An object B has mass m2 and its initial velocity is u2. So according to the formula for momentum, the initial momentum of A is m1 u1 and that of B is m2 u2. And suppose that these two objects, they collide. So the force on this white object due to B will be F1, and this force will cause acceleration in A and its velocity will become v1. So according to the formula for momentum, as I told you, initial momentum for A is m1 u1 and that of B is m2 u2. Momentum of A after collision will become m1 v1 and momentum of B after collision will become m2 v2. And if F is the force that acts on the object B. Here F2 is equal to minus F1. Now this becomes negative because F2 is the force that acts on object B and it is opposite in direction and hence it is negative. So now we know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. So F2 is equal to m2 a2 and minus F1 is equal to minus m1 a1. Now we know that acceleration A is v minus u upon t. So we can put in values. m2 multiplied by v2 minus u2 upon t and m1 multiplied by v1 minus u1 divided by t. Here if we take t as common in both the sides, the t can get cancelled. So m2 in bracket v2 minus v1 and m1 multiplied by bracket v1 minus u1. So if we solve the bracket, it becomes m2 v2 minus m2 u2 and m1 v1 minus m1 v1 plus m1 u1. Now if we solve them, here m2 v2 is positive and m1 v1 is negative. So we rearrange it. We take this m1 v1 on left side, it will become positive, and this m2 u2 on right side and it will become positive. So m2 v2 plus m1 v1 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now what does this mean? Can you think? This means the magnitude of total final momentum is equal to the magnitude of total initial momentum. So in this way, if no external force is acting on two objects, then their total initial momentum is equal to their total final momentum. Okay, so when no external force acts on two interacting objects, their total momentum remains constant and it does not change. And this is law of conservation of momentum. When a bullet is fired from a gun, a force is exerted by the gun on the bullet. Bullet, due to its less mass, gets accelerated largely and it acquires a high velocity. At the same time, the bullet also exerts an equal and opposite force on the gun. The gun being comparatively massive, moves in the opposite direction with the small velocity, and this velocity where the gun slightly moves backwards and the bullet moves forward, that velocity of gun is called as recoil velocity. So here m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to 0, or v2 is equal to minus, okay, minus, because we'll have to take this on the other side. We are rearranging it. Now let us take up the solved example from your textbook. The mass of a cannon is 500 kg and it recoils with a speed of 0.25 meters per second. What is the momentum of the cannon? Now let us write given from this. Mass of the cannon is 500 kg, recoil speed is 0.25 meters per second. What have we to find out? Momentum of the cannon. We know momentum is mass multiplied by velocity. So 500 multiplied by 0.25 is 125 kg meters per second. Next example, two balls have masses of 50 gram and 100 gram, and they are moving along the same line in the same direction with velocities of 3 meter per second and 1.5 meter per second respectively. They collide with each other, and after the collision, the first ball moves with a velocity of 2.5 meter per second. Calculate the velocity of the other ball after collision. Now, after reading this example, you must have realized that here law of conservation of momentum is coming into picture, and so will the formula. Given mass of first ball m1 50 grams, so we'll have to convert it into kilograms. So 50 divided by 1000, so it will be 0.05 kg. Mass of the second ball 100 gram. 100 divided by 1000 is 0.1 kg. Initial velocity of the ball u1 is 3 meters per second, and initial velocity of the second ball is 1.5 meter per second. Final velocity 2.5 meter per second. For second ball we have to find out. So let us write the formula. Total initial momentum is equal to total final momentum. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So let us put in the values and solve. So this will be 5 3s are 15, 0.15. This is multiplied by 1, so it will become 0.15. This 25 5s are 125. Decimal point is after 3 divisions, so it will be 0.125. This will be 0.1 v2. Let us solve this further. 0.15 and 0.15 on adding it becomes 0.3. So 0.1 v2 will be 0.3 subtracted. When this comes on left side, it will become subtraction. So we'll subtract this. So it becomes 0.175 divided by 0.1. So the answer is 1.75 meter per second. Be careful with the decimal places, children. See, here it is divided by 0.1. So when we have to divide this further, it will come from denominator to numerator, and instead of division it will become multiplied by 10, and that is why the answer will come as 1.75 meter per second. Be careful with the decimal points and conversions. Thank you.